What's up, family? Jamie here. I'm coming here. I come to you today before the people today to see if I could see my setup for the 2022 YouTube model. This is day 13, I believe, and I look for it inside of the New York Kill Zone, and that is between 7 and 10 a.m. Eastern. Up to this point, I haven't really walked through the actual model, but I'm going to see if I see it today. And if I do, I will walk through it just so I have that as a reference for people. I'm starting off on the daily chart just to see what the dealio is here, how we doing. Um, this is the candle from today that closed today on August the 20th. I'm going to look for the setup, and I might take a little bit of extra time at the end for my notes, because this is a journal entry for me for forward testing this model, where I just want to kind of talk about the price action that we saw today, and what was going on with that I could see just for, for journaling purposes. So I am going to let's go to the 15-minute chart. Oh, what I do want to point out up here is that, like, we've been super duper bullish, and we came into this volume imbalance, and also this is a bearish order block, so let's not forget about that. And we barely got to the volume imbalance yesterday. And then we pushed a little deeper into what we barely got. Let me make sure I'm talking right, because y'all know I'll be talking fast. Barely got here yesterday, opened up today, pushed up to consequent encroachment, and then had a little down day, really a range day. So that's what's going on the daily chart that I see now. And there's also a RTH gap in here that it filled with a candle, but it didn't fill with a candle closure on a higher time frame. It did on a lower time, not on a higher time frame. So, we did fill a RTH gap that's hidden in here as well. Yeah, yesterday. No, did we do that? We did it during Asian on this candle when we pushed up here. So anyway, let me see if I can go in here real quick and see it. So what I do is highlight the area where I'm looking for my setup. So it's in that gray box. And I'm looking to enter and exit my trade within this gray box. So I'm on the 15-minute chart. Let me see, my time closes here. So let me bring this up here. Okay. So this is my box. Let me see if I can do this right, Sean, and do that right, Sean, because we already know that that's the situation, just to try to clean this up a little bit. All right, so I don't see the model here. Well, actually it is here. That's crazy. All right, so what we're looking for is a reaction off of a high time frame PD array. The PD array in this case is the daily volume imbalance. Boom. Okay, that's our high time frame PD array. Then we are looking for a stop rate. So our stop rate is right here. Oops. I got a call starting in 15 minutes, study group, so hopefully this will be pretty quick. So we got a stop rate, then we want to see a displacement below a short-term low. So typically I would take this one right here. I'm gonna say, take your pick. I don't even care. I'm taking this one right here. I don't know what ICT would say. So that is our market structure shift. Then we have a fair value gap, right, Sean? Right, Sean. So at 7 o'clock, price came into Z fair value gap to, what do we call it? Everybody all at once. Consequent encroachment. Whee! So we opened here, came, touched consequent encroachment. So I cannot say that I would want to be getting in to go long and having my entry here or even here, and then my stop would have to go like here or up here somewhere, and your girl's not having that. So I have to go into a lower time frame to see if it gives me a setup. So let me go down to the 5-minute chart. Mm, mm, I don't really like it. There is like a fair value gap right there. It did not get to it. Nope. So let me see if I see anything as I go to lower time frames. Up here. Like we got a stop right there. We got a displacement. We got the short-term low. We got a fair value gap. So when we opened up here and came into here, technically I could use this right here, entering here. And my stop would go here. So I would be safe with that. Then the question is, okay, well, what's your target? So I can get in and target, let me see if I'm getting in here. Boom, 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 boom. Low hanging fruit is here. And then the hourly fair value gap is here. Didn't quite get to consequent encroachment before it turned around. So that is what I see on the 3-minute chart. Then, you know, you got this here. If I didn't take that, but I saw it kept on displacing, and we had this low down here, it left it open here, then maybe I would be like, okay, boom, stop rate, boom, fair value gap, boom, short-term low, displaced, fair value gap, came up into it, stop up here, safe. Again, target low hanging fruit and the hourly fair value gap. You know, it's like kind of given multiple opportunities because here, like we ran stops there, this place down, you got a short-term low there, you got a fair value gap here. So it's like, I don't know how many, count them for me. Like, what was that? 3 entries for the short to get in with the 2022 YouTube model coming off of that daily volume imbalance. So I'm gonna say that that's good enough for the shorts. Like there are plenty of opportunities to get in, and that's that. Now, golly, I don't know why my chart. If somebody knows why my chart keeps jumping like that, tell me, please. So then to go up, like we got a stop rate here, we got a fair value gap here, short-term high, but no entry here to take it up. And up here, it came up to, where did it go to? This up here was, where is there overnight high or something? Oh, it just came up here and took some liquidity. Okay, that's a rejection block right there. So, but just up above 2 a.m. So I'm wondering, like, is there anything in here long? And right now, no. And what I will say is that just to start to talk about stuff that I saw, like this is accumulation. And then on a previous video, I talked about manipulation being a 1-2 punch. Now, I don't know, somebody correct me, help me out here. But it's like, this is accumulation and then a 1-2 punch, 1-2 manipulation, and then distribution. So that's the way I see that. Oops, I always do that. So we got that, but then I wanted to see, like, was there like a setup to go long? And honestly, for the 2022 YouTube model, I do not see it here at all. Not at all. Not even on the 30-second chart. Mm-mm. Okay. So when we were on the call today, I think we were kind of thrown off because I'll speak for myself. I was thrown off because I missed this accumulation, manipulation, 1-2 punch distribution. So we were looking at the chart, and I think this is like we were thinking that price was retracing down here to continue to move up because, of course, we're bullish. But here is the 2022 YouTube model right here. It's outside of my trading time, but this is the model right here. So we're looking for a stop rate. We are looking for a displacement below a short-term low. We need a fair value gap. We got the fair value gap. And because this is so long, now mind you, this is outside of my trading window, but I just want to point it out because I saw it. Here's the fair value gap, came up to consequent encroachment, boom, drop. And let's see, if you missed that, could you have gotten in right, Cha? Yes, look at that. And that is what he calls the institutional order flow entry drill. Drill. And so if you missed that entry, then you got another opportunity here. So, it's always beautiful after the fact once you see it, and it's just like, oh, I got it. I understand. I see what happened. But this was not easy to trade. Like you would have really had to be like, okay, it went from hourly fair value gap up to the new week opening gap, hourly fair value gap, new week opening gap, um, uh, consequent encroachment, new week open, excuse me, new week opening, new day. I'm sorry, this is a new day. Sorry, new day opening gap, hourly fair value gap, consequent encroachment, new day opening gap, back. You know what I mean? Like this was a mess. And ICT talked about this in his video yesterday where he talked about during Jackson Hole, like this week, there's a lot of this, like it'll create this, fill it in, create this, fill it in, create this, fill it in. So it was like just really a range day. And for those of us in Sunday study group and studying this time and price, I think we talked about it being a range day today, but I don't think we really explored that deeper. So one of the things I will say is that what we have to do is really, really, really throw some respect on the time frame PD arrays name. And one thing I wanted to show is, okay, so because we know up here we had the daily volume imbalance. And then also here, like when we went up and then dropped down, we created this bearish order block right here. And so see how it came into it, left, came back to it, and then basically left. So it was a pretty nasty day. I mean, it was a scalper's dream, I'm sure, today, but when we were looking at it this morning, it was just like, okay, here we go, here we go. And so this is another example of accumulation. I'm going to say this is accumulation, this is manipulation, and this is distribution, you know. And this was like, a complete market maker, MMXM right here, So I think I'm gonna end it there as to not make this video too long and so I can get on this call. But it's another day in the books, live to trade another day. Again, I saw the 2022 YouTube model for the shorts, and I did not see it for the long inside of my window, but as usual, it shows up every day. So, and that's one thing that I will say this and I'll finish. If I was in here and I took it down to uh the hourly fair value gap and just had the wherewithal to get out, because me, I'm trying to be in for the 5,000 points. So sometimes I question, like, would I really get out of the trade? But let me see how many points, even if I got in here, let's just say I got in here that's a little rough. Like 36 points, golly. I mean, that's good, if you have leverage on, but maybe as it starts dropping here, I can like trail my stop tight or something and, at least get 50 points. Um, well, that's enough to make a living off of, right? So I think I was starting to say something, but I got distracted. But I'm gonna leave it at that. And another day in the books, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Okay. Love you lots. Bye. Bye.